This is the Hot 7 Night News.
Good evening. It is Tuesday, 15th April 2025. I am Daniela Edwin. Welcome to the Hot 7 TV Nightly News. We are on Flow Channel 117, Kiss FM, the Caribbean Hot FM mobile app, and the Caribbean Hot 7 TV Facebook page. Not forgetting those of you using the Hot 7 plug and play antenna. Thank you so much for joining us. On Tuesday, the government of Saint Lucia signed two key agreements with the United Nations World Food Programme, or WFP, to boost disaster preparedness and social protection efforts. Officials from both parties emphasized the importance of early action and targeted support for vulnerable populations, highlighting a shared commitment to resilience and food security across the island.
On April 15th, the government of Saint Lucia signed two landmark agreements with the United Nations World Food Programme. The first anticipatory action agreement aims to provide emergency cash support to vulnerable populations before a disaster occurs, using data from early warning systems to trigger timely assistance. The second, a technical assistance agreement, which will support the government in strengthening its social support mechanisms, ensuring faster, more effective responses during emergencies. Imran Williams, Director of Finance, noted the signing marked a significant step towards enhancing the island's resilience to disasters and improving the efficiency of social protection systems.
Many times we always think of the impact of the disaster, but we forget there is a preparation sometimes that's important prior to the disaster actually taking place. You'll get all your media service, your media announcements. We on the Stormwatch. Make sure your windows are boarded up. Make sure you have candles. Make sure you have canned food in the event that you get cut off for a period of time.
Brian Bogart, Country Director of the World Food Programme, highlighted the organization's pivotal role in signing the agreements, emphasizing World Food Programme's commitment to strengthening food security and building resilience across Saint Lucia.
We are known globally and around the region for emergency response. But the work that we do in the Caribbean recognizes that whatever we do in emergency response really needs to be embedded within national systems. And what we are trying to achieve with this initiative, these two technical assistance agreements, is really share the knowledge that we have from our work around the world and some of the innovative approaches that we've experienced or learned from in many other countries where we work, and apply them here in the Caribbean.
Minister for Equity Joachim Henry stressed that the agreements in place are intentionally designed to target specific groups of people who are most in need of support.
What we are signing here is targeting a specific group of individuals. I think for those of you who make use of social media will remember during COVID a group of individuals clamoring on the roadside saying, here are they passing with the food and they're not stopping and they're going to give it to their friends. And of course you would have heard a statement in time past, and recently I saw it where a particular individual was stating that if they don't eat, they will not die. And this, we build on the experiences we have had as a country, as a nation.
These partnerships underscore St. Lucia's commitment to proactive disaster management and social resilience. For Hot 7 TV News, Josiah Bissett reporting.
2 juveniles and a 62-year-old are amongst 9 individuals arrested during a joint police operation, which led to a recovery of ammunition and illegal firearms. The head of the gang's narcotics and firearms unit says this operation specifically targeted areas with heightened criminal activity.
A meticulously planned multi-agency police operation which targeted locations across Fuashu, Lakwa, Odsa and Wilton's Yard has led to the arrest of 9 individuals, 2 of whom are juveniles, and the recovery of 1 loaded firearm and a significant quantity of military-grade ammunition, according to head of the gang's narcotics and firearms unit, Inspector Siobhan Matthew. On Thursday, April 10, 2025, a total of 8 warrants to search premises were executed by officers attached to the gang's narcotics and firearms unit, Special Operations Team, Special Services Unit, and the Masha Police Station simultaneously in in these areas, which have been identified as hotspots for illegal firearms and gang-related activity.
During a search on a residence at Foasho, the officers recovered a .380 Luger pistol loaded with 5 rounds of .380 ammunition, including one in the chamber. A secondary search of an abandoned structure behind the home led to the discovery of 30 5.56mm green-tipped NATO rounds, which are light armor-piercing ammunition, along with a magazine and a stand compatible with an AR-15.
The following persons were arrested and charged under Section 22(3) of the Firearms Act of Saint Lucia.
Ryan Joseph of Foasho, Sid Satney of Foasho, Makadi George of Foasho, Nain Joseph of Foasho, Nassim Joseph of Foasho were all arrested on possession of firearm and ammunition. Yannick Gustav alias Tiny of Odsa was arrested on a warrant to arrest a fugitive for extradition in connection with criminal offences committed in Martinique. George John of Wilton's Yard was arrested on a commitment warrant for failure to pay a court-imposed fine of $5,000 for drug-related offences.
5 of the defendants in the firearm matter appeared before the First District Court on Monday, April 14, 2025. They were each granted bail in the sum of $15,000 cash or suitable surety and have been mandated by the courts to sign in at a designated police station on specific days. Yannick Gustav, alias Tiny, however, remains in custody, awaiting extradition to Martinique. In what is lauded another successful operation, a 62-year-old carpenter of Denya Riviere Dennery was taken into custody and was subsequently charged for possession of firearm after being arrested at a business establishment in Belmore on Wednesday, April 9th. In his possession was 1 black Glock pistol and a magazine with no ammunition. On Friday, 11th April, he was escorted to the First District Court and was granted bail in the sum of $13,000, cash or suitable surety, and in addition was required to submit all travel documents, refrain from applying for any travel documents, and must report to the Richford Police Station every Monday.
The Royal Central Police Force deemed these operations a significant success. The collaborated efforts of all participating units led to the safe execution of high-risk warrants, the apprehension of key suspects, and the removal of dangerous weapons and ammunition from the streets. The recovery of armor-piercing rounds highlights the continued threat posed by illegal firearms and the importance of sustained and strategic police operations in safeguarding our communities. The RSLPF remains committed to disrupting criminal networks and enhancing public safety through proactive enforcement and intelligence-led operation. I thank you and God bless you.
Reporting for the Hot 7 TV News, I am Jasmine Duncan.
The family of a young woman has launched a GoFundMe campaign to assist with treatment expenses after she was recently diagnosed with a rare illness that weakens the immune system. With the generosity of many who contributed thus far, she has managed to raise a percentage of her medical fees, but still require additional funds. In this report, you will learn of her family's efforts and how you too can contribute.
This is Moesha Ava O'Reilly, more affectionately known as Pinky, a 25-year-old resident of Beaufort who was recently diagnosed with Hodgkin's lymphoma. This rare form of cancer, which affects the lymphatic system and weakens the body's ability to fight infections, requires specific medical interventions at a hefty cost. In response to this need, her family launched a GoFundMe campaign with her cousin Sport Montour, who has been a champion for her cause, soliciting support via social media. His unwavering commitment to assisting his cousin has amassed a great number of donations, approximately 40% of the 30,000 Canadian dollars required for her treatment. Clip.
As we speak, the GoFundMe, actually it's in Canadian dollars as well. The GoFundMe actually just hit 11,000 contributions from about 100 and something people. I really appreciate the donation so far, and it's a link. I'm assuming probably I will put it in the description of the video or something, but it's been used towards the funding of her operations and diagnosis and stuff like that.
Emphasizing the importance of community support during this difficult time, Montour gave a brief update on her condition.
Now, okay, she's suffering from Hodgkin's lymphoma, which is something that attacks the germ-fighting lymph nodes in your body. I've been dealing with this thing so much during the week, I could tell you anything about it. 89% survival rate between persons 35 and lower. To be honest, she's not really dealing with pain. It's more of like a very noticeable lump on her neck. And I read as well too that it also develops in your arms, under your neck and behind your head. But like I said, it's painless. The only thing is she has problems breathing, and she's very breathless. She doesn't really have energy. She's sleeping a lot. Like, it's affecting, I would say, more her cardiovascular condition. Yeah, but physically, she's not like bleeding or in any kind of pain. It's just a huge load on her neck.
For those who may not know her personally, Montoud described his cousin as a bright light who has a cheerful outlook on life.
Well, my cousin means everything to me. We grew up together in Vieux Fort. She's more like a sister than a cousin to me. She's always been somebody who's been very positive, never let people know when she had a problem. Still till this day, doesn't let people know when she has a problem. She's a very positive person overall.
In an expression of gratitude, Montoud, speaking on behalf of himself and Ava, encouraged the public to continue supporting, as every donation, no matter how small, can make a meaningful difference.
I would like to thank everybody so far. There's actually an account that I will be putting on the media soon on my page, Spud Montoud on social media, or tha.artistforE on IG. You can message me personally because I'm mainly the one that's doing the media stuff to get it out there for her. I'm doing the best that I can. I'm really trying because I don't want anything to happen to her. Yeah, you go to the link. You contribute whatever you can, whether it's $5, $10, $20, it don't really matter. Thank you everybody that's contributed so far to the cause. It's been going crazy on social media. I love the fact that everything that I post, you all keep updated. I realize every time something has been updated, you all update your funds as well too. People contribute many times, multiple times. Thank you so much. She's seen it as well too. She's actually staying by me for the time because in Saint Lucia, that's where all her, in the north is more where all these things are happening, the operations and stuff. So all in all, thank you so much. And I know that people will contribute still. I really appreciate it and she appreciates it as well.
With the help of generous donors, Moesha Ava O'Reilly would receive the life-saving treatment she needs to make a full recovery. For Hot 7 TV News, Josiah Bassett reporting.
Still in the first segment of the broadcast, the POV. Today you shared why you believe employees are taking an increased number of sick leaves, as posited in a recent study. Here is your point of view.
Well, for the sick leave, I feel they have some people that just want to just stay home and don't do anything. They want to rest, and they have some of them that do it on purpose, and they have some of them that really go into work every day because they know what they want in life, All right, so that's what I can say for now, because I'm a hustler and I'm a construction man, and I work, wherever I go, I get in work. And I refuse to take a sick leave because people need me in Saint Lucia to work, because to build Saint Lucia and to help people in Saint Lucia. Wow. And that's what I there for. You see, in Saint Lucia, we need mason in Saint Lucia. We need tradesmen in Saint Lucia, because all our good tradesmen going away and build the country next side, and our country need to build. And we need mason, we need tradesmen. Ambition man we need right in Saint Lucia. That's why I'm not moving from here. I am here to build my country. Boom! And imagine, I do my mason work so well, they call me Wedla, the plaster master. And I'm proud to get that name.
Yeah, I know there's a lot of people does those things. And especially some people when they're working for a company. You get a lot of government people doing that also. Especially some people working for a company, but some of them after the 4th day, I don't know why, but some of them stay 2 or 3 days, sometimes they even send sick leave. And they know if it's the 4th day, they come back to work. But this thing not good, especially if it's overseas. I don't talk about America. If it's overseas, they could have snow and anything. We have to lift up our foot and crack, because it's time for tomorrow, somebody replace you. And sometimes again, we like to say that's our job. No job is not our job. That's just the job, but we have no job because from the time you fall sick, they replace you already. But what we have to do, stop doing those malice things. Make sure we go to work, because tomorrow morning we'll need a work. And there's a lot of youngsters that have no work now. What you have to do, if they cement, just replace them. Blessed.
Why? Because the pressure at work, and not because of the pressure. Maybe they're not paying them good money. They're just calling sick, they're tired. Like, the same thing every day. And like, come on, man. You know what I'm saying? You might call in, I might call in. At the end of the day, nothing happens, Because everybody complaining, oh, they're sick. I want to have a bellyache, my head hurting me. IT foot in me, I don't know. But it's very good that you should call in advance and say I ain't coming to work today to let the people know you're not coming.
The reason why people implementing the go for sick leave, right? I'll just say just a couple of things. Number one, when they go to the boss don't believe them, okay? Or number two, they may be genuine, but because of what others may be doing, they're putting them in the same bracket. And number three, Peter paying for Paul. Now let me just say something briefly on it. I'll use myself as an example. I will not go for sick leave, and I'm not sick. What you're doing actually, you're calling sickness on yourself prematurely, right? I don't really care what others do, that's their business, because I fear God, I'm a Christian, okay? I just want people to be honest out there. You know you're not sick. Don't go to the doctor and say you're sick, and deep within you know you're not sick. That's wrong. People, behave yourself. Number two, the doctors, you'll need to be charged and be arrested. You'll know, you'll have tools, equipment using to test certain things on people. Do your work properly and stop doing that, because you're encouraging people to come to you for sick leave, okay? So I just want people out there to be honest with yourselves and don't lie to your bosses, because trust me, the day you're going to fall sick, you will not believe well. Thank you.
And that's a recent phenomenon? Okay, well, I wasn't aware of that, but maybe, like you suggest, maybe they not really sick, but they still going for the sick leave paper, but they obviously sick of something to make them go that route in the first place, you know? So there's some frustration going on somewhere. I don't know if it's salary related. I don't know if they just fed up with the workplace conditions or something along those lines, or I don't know, maybe some of them were disappointed from being scammed by the recent, what you call it, creative business, whatever, and they just don't know how to go back to work, so they just call in sick like like they don't.
First thing first, you have to ask what is the reason for that. And people have to be very careful. You don't ask for anything to happen to you, because the day might be sick, it might be something else. So I don't know. I have not heard of any. We don't have any pandemic in the country. I don't know about nothing like that. So if people do that, it is wrong. If you're sick, you're sick. Even the day off, with the day off. But don't pretend that you're sick or call sickness on yourself. Because one, there'll be a time you'll be sick and nobody will believe you. So not call anything on yourself. I don't know of any pandemic in Saint Lucia. I don't know if you have any bad flu in the country.
Look out for our reporters or head over to our Facebook and Instagram pages at Caribbean Hot 7 TV to share your point of view on trending topics in the news. Coming up next, the mastermind behind a locally produced film, Heartfall, shares his journey to the big screen. And Virgin Atlantic packs up its operations once more, leaving British Airways alone to service flights from the UK. All that and so much more coming up when we return.